Thank you for watching this video on the Overhead Products YouTube channel. This video is intended for end users and service technicians. This video will provide you with valuable troubleshooting instruction for the Roberts Gordon CoRayVac specialty fuel heating system. Overhead Products provided a shop heat binder that contains troubleshooting pages as well as pertinent information from the O&M manuals. Your shop may also have an instructional laminated wall tag with a diagram and troubleshooting information near the control panel. For any assistance you may need beyond these resources and this video, please call Overhead Products. We will be happy to assist you. Let's follow the sequence of operation now so you are familiar with how the system operates. First thing that happens is the thermostat sends a call for heat. This will signal the control panel to send power to the vacuum pump, illuminating the yellow pump power light. Seconds later, the pressure switch light will illuminate, and then the zone light will illuminate. The control panel now sends power out to the burners, and we wait 45 seconds during the pre-purge cycle where the vacuum pump pulls air through the system, and then the burners will start igniting in random order, and the system will run until we satisfy the set point and the call for heat turns off. At that point, the burners shut off, and the vacuum pump continues to run for 2 minutes for a post-purge cycle. Then the pump light will go out, soon followed by the pressure switch light. Then the panel sits at rest, waiting the next cycle or call for heat. Some common things to look for when troubleshooting your system. Power light. If you don't have a line power light on your panel, check your breaker. If your breaker is on, then you'll want to check your methane detection panel for lockout. With a call for heat, you should see the pump light illuminate on your control panel. Does your vacuum pump come on? You can listen for the pump, and if the pump light is illuminated and you don't hear the pump on, you will soon see a flashing green light on the control panel. To troubleshoot the vacuum pump, first check for a wiring issue. Loose wire nuts may be the problem. I'd advise to check the junction box of the vacuum pump motor first and verify that you have power to the vacuum pump motor. If you have power at the vacuum pump, but the motor isn't working, then you have a bad vacuum pump motor. You may need to take a look at the pressure switches. If you have a flashing pressure switch light on the panel, this could be caused by some of the items I mentioned or due to the pressure switches. There are two on this system, one at the vacuum pump and one at the combustion air. The way the switches are wired and work is the vacuum pump switch is wired normally open and the combustion air switch is wired normally closed. These two switches are then wired together in series and landed to the appropriate terminals. Check to ensure that the pressure switches have secure wire and hoses. First, check that the wiring in the control panel is tight. The pressure switches may be located at the combustion air filter and the vacuum pump inlet, or they may be remotely located in a heating system pressure switch box near the control panel. Airflow in your system may need to be checked. First, check for a clogged pre-combustion air filter or restricted combustion air inlet. This combustion air switch is a safety switch. Once we make vacuum in the system, the vacuum switch closes, sending a signal back to the control panel to send power out to the burners. If the combustion air filter or inlet are clogged, it will pull vacuum in the combustion air duct and open the pressure switch, shutting the system off and flashing a green pressure switch light at the control panel. The direction of the impeller in the vacuum pump housing is very important. The vacuum pump airflow must follow the direction of the arrow on the scroll to run the system correctly. The vacuum pump will create vacuum both ways, but the airflow will not be sufficient enough to run the system if it's running backwards. Now, if you have a burner out in your system, you can try cycling power at the thermostat. This will initiate a new firing sequence. If the burner still does not come on, you will need to call for a service tech to inspect the system. In order to ensure longevity of these systems and protect the investment, a non-working burner cannot be left unattended. There is a service disconnect at every burner, so you can leave the complete system running and reset the firing sequence at the individual burner. The sequence after the 45-second pre-purge is that the igniter sparks, the gas valve opens, and the flame rod senses flame and keeps the burner firing. We then want to look for a nice blue spark at the igniter through one side of the flame observation window. You can shine a flashlight in to see the condition of the igniter as well. We need to make sure we have anywhere from an 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch gap at the igniter rod and the ground rod. If you see the spark jumping around at the top of the igniter, that normally indicates a cracked porcelain, so a new igniter will be needed. If there is no spark coming from the control module inside the burner, or the gas valve is not opening, then the DSI module may need to be replaced. These are the common steps to follow when troubleshooting your Roberts-Gordon CoRayVac heating system. Thank you for watching this video, and please remember to check your system monthly. You'll find a preventative maintenance checklist in your shop heat binder. Please call Overhead Products if you have any questions regarding troubleshooting or maintaining your heating system.